in the upper left in the red. He's had a tough run to get here, but here he is. He's MaxPax. His opponent for Dragon Phoenix Gaming. He'll fix what ails ya. He's Cure. All right, now we got the bets open. Roll your casinos, although I think I set that on a 2-minute delay, so by the time you hear me saying roll casinos, I think the bet may be closed. How unfortunate. And Rolotega, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. And as game number 1 starts here, we have nothing crazy. Although this will be a reactor opener, so that at the very least is quote-unquote crazy. This may lead us into a 3-racks play, and that's something that Cure likes to do. It's Berlingrad. It's something that's always nice on that map because short rush distance. We're going to have to see, but for now, again, reactor opening into the command center. How does MaxPax look to adapt to this information? It does mean that he's not going to have any pressure on his side of the map. He doesn't have to worry about Reapers. No need to even get any unit early unless he wants to put some pressure on. So he's going to get an adept, right? Have map presence, be able to maybe slip in and kill something. But more importantly, it's the really easy scout in the early game. You can get the shade in. It's a nice time. And there we go. Second barracks on the way. We should see the third one rather soon. Look at that. Your caster's a prophet. Not an Oracle, because I'm not Protoss. I can't build them. Cannot be an Oracle. I'm not a... Oracles are robotic units, right? I think so. I think Oracles are one of the robotic units. Phoenix have pilots. Void Rays have pilots. I'm pretty sure Oracles don't. Pretty sure Oracles are just robots. So who knows? Maybe I can make one, use that degree, that attempted degree. Put it to good use. That in progress degree. Build an Oracle, tell the future. Use it to make lots of money betting virtual points on StarCraft games. That's how this works, right? Absolutely. But for now, MaxPax Blink on the way. Looks like it's going to be a 2-gate expand, although he's getting a quicker robo, so maybe he adds a couple more gates. We're going to have to see. But for now, hey, it's the 3-racks play, so we're going to show up on the map. He's going to force this army back. And MaxPax gets the Marines. He doesn't really... I mean, he takes a little damage on his Stalker, but that's fine. That's dandy. That is A-okay. Because most importantly, he needs to know how many Marines are on the map. He needs to know what Cure is doing so he can prepare appropriately. And that's why we see the robo. It's not for aggression. Not for 4-gate or something like that. It is really and truly as that adept dies. MaxPax gets the confirmation on the fact that there's a lot of Marines here and some Marauders. It means you can Chrono out an Immortal. It means, most importantly, is oh no, Cure, he made a mistake. Got to pull those probes, those mules off. But at this point, it's in your natural. You care about it less. But you got to Chrono out that Immortal. Got to make sure that you have something to keep this alive as a Stalker goes down pretty damn quickly. MaxPax, 3 Stalkers, a shield battery, an Immortal eventually versus the world here. Well, 4 Stalkers, okay. 4 Stalkers will make the difference, maybe, as Cure looks to stim in. Shield battery is a powerful thing. Shield battery overcharge popped immediately, and with the Marauder dead, there's actually not enough DPS to burst through that. So, good target fire there for MaxPax, understanding what he has to do to make sure the hold happens appropriately. And he's going to be fine, but ooh, 2 more Marauders arrive. The Stalkers, they need to blink on backwards. But still, Cure not really getting what he needs just yet. Just yet. But he didn't really commit too much to that. He lost, what, 3 or 4 Marines. 7 Marines, actually. And losing the Marauder is the expensive part, but it's not like he stimmed into the natural and tried to get a ton done and just lost his entire army. That's what happened when we saw this 3-racks build at the start, when we first started seeing it. But now that it's been a little bit more developed, we see the whole, yeah, I'm going to non-committally stim in. I'm going to see what's up. If I get something, that's great. If I don't, it's also fine. But Cure's going all in off this. his 5th barracks, his 4th and his 5th barracks on the way before any idea of a 3rd base. In fact, even before starport, he's just pumping out Marines and Marauders until the cows come home. And we're going to have to see if MaxPax is ready for this, because this is not how the build generally goes after this. You go for 301, you take a 3rd base, it's fine. So Biostim's in here, still battery's going to go down. These Stalkers are going to go down here. Curious caught MaxPax a little bit off guard, and that is a problem. Immortal falls as well. Probes. There are only 7 of them, or 9 of them are going to go down, but this 3rd base under tremendous threat now. MaxPax does not have the charge that he needs to really deal with this, and sure, he can play with high ground vision all he wants, but there are limited blinks involved. And there we go, stimming in once again, trying to get any stock if they can. 1 goes down. Is he going to get any more than that? Not really. Oh, he's going to get a 2nd, but that blink micro from MaxPax was fantastic, even as he does lose 3. Clem beating MaxPax earlier, and I assume EU not being close. Well, we got to remember, EPT EU is Clem's tournament. EPT and A is MaxPax's tournament. That's just how it works. I don't make the rules. But also, it does make sense that maybe a Terran benefits more from low ping. Cure, though, on the map. Looks like MaxPax wants to move into, again, a Storm play behind the Storm charge is a powerful composition, but I worry that, again, the momentum Cure has more than anything is pretty scary, but charge lots, they make a lot of sense. They do make a big deal. They do make a big difference here. They make it a lot easier for MaxPax to hold. So Cure has to respect that. Playing at the edge of things, playing on the edge of shield battery range, trying to section off a Zealot here, a Zealot there, as they run in, as their charge is complete, and then you run back as they run back, and it's just an ebb and flow, a little bit of dance here outside the 3rd base on Berlingrad. Is now the Zealots. They come in earnest. MaxPax's army is falling. Curious is orange. MaxPax is red. MaxPax's army is actually dead, not even red. So it's all going to fall down here. Stark's playing backward. More Zealots warp in. The pylon will not go down. There's a 2nd one there anyways. But the continued rally from Cure is a powerful thing. On the other side of the map, looks like there's a Zealot run by, but folks, it does not matter in the course of this game because the 3rd base under tremendous. That 3rd base actually is just going to go down here. A bunch more workers, 20 more workers will hit the deck because there's really nothing that Cure has that MaxPax can kill. Widowmine shot's going to knock down all the shields on the Immortal as well, so it's dead. 21 army supply to 67. 3rd base falls. MaxPax, he's trying desperately, doing whatever he can. So wasting time maybe for +1, but he's down a base on his opponent. Cure expanded in the meantime. Stark's playing forward, trying to get a medevac, but it's not really going to happen. And there we have it. GG Cure. He takes game 1. In the upper right here in the red. He's down to 1 game in the series. Looking to tie it up for PSISTORM. MaxPax. In the bottom left-hand side of the map here in the blue. Up 1. Looking damn good. It's Cure. What to do in a game of StarCraft 2. Many options. Do you proxy? Do you not proxy? Do you delay your proxy? Do you scout? Do you not scout? Do you do enough things so eventually at the end of the day you only have one choice in a crisis? Well, I don't know, but it looks like Cure. I said, I don't know that he does this 3-racks build, but certainly he's setting himself up for it like he did in game number 1. Reactor opener in a command center. That's kind of how that build goes. Whether he does truly opt to get 2 additional barracks or do something else, it's not prescribed necessarily. You can still open reactor first and not go for a 3-racks, but it certainly does enable it. I wonder, though, whether because Cure did this game 1 and MaxPax scouted it, MaxPax is going to scout it again, whether he just deviates just to play to the sense of maybe fear that MaxPax feels. But no, second barracks is on the way. It's a 3-1-1, or a 3-Rex, certainly. So again, it's going to be a Twilight opener from MaxPax. Ideally, he figures this out earlier because his Robo was done for a little bit, and he wasn't immediately chronoing out an Immortal. Now, I didn't look at the money he had, so it may not have been able to afford it. But it was a bit of a problem. A little bit scary for the man. I think maybe if he had his Immortal out sooner, he maybe could have held that a little easier. And he still held the first push pretty damn well. Targeting the Marauder down and really invalidating a lot of any potential damage because the Marines really couldn't poke through the shield battery like that. This time, Cure, well, we're going to have to see what happens. MaxPax, again, should have an idea of, well, how this game is going because he's going to see, hey, that's a decent amount of Marines. You're not going to build that off one barracks. Oh, well, you know, that's also a nice scout. You can look at the main base. You say, hey, that's fun. Citizens arrest, though. They kill the Adept without losing any of themselves, any of their number. So does Cure deviate now that he's been scouted? He's going to know that MaxPax is going to react to this, but, I mean, MaxPax kind of scouted in game 1 and he still died. So I don't know. And most importantly, is it 3-1-1? Does he add those 4th and 5th barracks? Does he play more macro game after the initial pressure, after the initial move out? That really is the key question. That is truly the most important thing. Because Cure, yes, he did eventually get that 3rd base, but it was all in. It was not, oh, I'm gonna get my base, then I'm gonna get my extra barracks. No, by getting those 2 racks early, it did put the man pretty far all in. Now it worked out for him. He got a lot of damage done. He effectively killed the 3rd. I mean, he didn't kill the actual Nexus, but he killed 20 probes in it twice. But that was something where he did have to get damage done. If MaxPax had held to minimal damage, MaxPax would have been ahead in that game. Pretty significantly, in fact. But the fact was, he was not, and now Cure moves out here. Absolutely, this is scouted, and it's a lot harder to get up the high ground on this map than it is in Berlingrad. So I was going to get found out immediately. Cure being judicious with his stim as possible for the Stalkers. I mean, there are already more there. We're looking at still a 2-gate opener, but MaxPax has not skipped any warp-in cycles. Now he's going to try to show up. It's not 4 Stalkers that he's running into. It's like 12. So the Bio trying to find a little bit more value here. And they say, natural doors open. That's going to be a shield battery going down. Zealots warp in to not much gain. And now they go into the main base here. Try to see if they can find something. Probes are their #1 enemy. Probes are their #1 target. 2-3 workers go down. Make it 4. Make it 5. But nice probe pulls. MaxPax is going to be able to ward this army away for the most part. He's going to lose a Zealot that warps in, sure. But this army is dead. Cure did not find the value that he was looking for. 5 workers is not enough. Not at all. So he said, hey, you know what, MaxPax? He wants to be able to get into this mid-game in a stable spot. And if he's able to do that, he looks good. Well, he's in the mid-game in a stable spot. Let's see how well it works out for him. Here's the 1 Marine. Life to the cause. It's a scouting Marine. Kid chillin', you know, if I wanted to be fancier, we don't call it a citizen's arrest. Ugh, apparently that word is hard to say tonight. We call it a plebiscite. Trial by the plebeians. Sentenced to death. Although technically a plebiscite is more like the plebiscite was the governing body, in addition to the Senate, that the plebeians, not the patricians, could participate in. But you know what? Judgment by the plebeians. There we go. All right, so warping off to the left here. Zealot's going to go into the main base. I don't think Kira's... Yeah, Kira really doesn't have anything to defend because he's kind of on the map with most of his army, which means he is, again, rather vulnerable to this one. Zealots find their way into the third, although they're really just shelling away at this orbital. I was about to say 730 orbital as if that was late, but really with a 3-on-1, third base would be started now anyways. MaxPax, though, he's got a fourth base. Kira's found it, and MaxPax is not really where he needs to be. So I think Kira probably just gets this base. We're going to have to see how much damage MaxPax gets done on the other side, though. It looks like only 2 SCVs for now. MaxPax actually, he finds the army. That means the Stalkers are going to have to rotate back, but yeah, this base is dead. MaxPax will just cancel it. You lose 100 minerals, but it's fine. And, ooh, MaxPax made the command center burn. That's not something I expected, but he was welling away at it as it was building, so you couldn't really lift it at that time, and forces a little bit of extra money from Kira, so he does repair it. But we gotta wait, because MaxPax, his army is good to harass with. It is good to take a defensive fight. It's not really good to take an aggressive fight with. Not yet. We do not have extended thermal lance. We do not have +2. We do not have critical mass of Colossus. All of these things. So MaxPax is just going to do everything he can to keep Kira back, to do as much economic damage as possible, or at the very least, only fight part of his army. As he's doing right here. It looks like Stalker died, but really not much. Because once 3 Colossus are on the field, once extended thermal lance is done, as these Zealots continue to find value, just 2 workers at a time, apparently nothing more, as they continue to find value, it will make it harder and harder for Kira to prosecute his advantage, or at least his momentum in this game, because I'm not going to say he really has an advantage. Stalkers bling out of that one. Very, very nice. Now, the losses are good. Exactly, Kid Chillin'. The free history lesson. My God, won't this guy just talk about StarCraft in dead periods? Talk to me about how +2 is 85% of the way done. Now it's 86% of the way done. Dude, that makes such a difference. In all seriousness, I mean, Kira's army is pretty terrifying. He's up 40 supply. There's only one level of splash for MaxPax right now. We don't have any disruptors. We don't have any storm. It really is Zealous to tank and Colossus to do the damage, which they can absolutely do that, sure. Especially in this defensive setup that MaxPax has. It's really hard to break your opponent on 4 or even 5 bases on Glittering Ashes. But by the same metric, this provides Kira plentiful, bountiful opportunities to come back into this game after that early game aggression really didn't work out for him all that well. MaxPax, a bunch of Stalkers on harass on the other side of the map. Why not? Sure, I mean, you can kill workers pretty quickly, but it's still a bit weird. I guess he's just going for the maneuverability because Stalkers can get out in a way that Zealots really can't. Now, Kira on the right side, he's looking for something. I don't think he's going to find it, though. He scans out and says, oh, 3 Colossus are there. I don't know that I want to take that fight. That seems a little bit scary, as a Widowmine kills the Stalker. Kira multi-progging here, and now he's going to force MaxPax's army to split. He's got, that's a 5-drop going into the main, I think. Looks like Bio's going to stim to the third base. Yeah, Kira's just setting up a massive problem. Just a really difficult situation for MaxPax to deal with. They're similar supply, but MaxPax, he's not where he needs to be. He's just dealing with stuff everywhere. But Zealots on the other side, they're going to do something. Drop in the main base, though. MaxPax, he was aware of this, so he's going to respond to it quickly, but not quickly enough. As 14 workers, they fall. Widowmines being annoying. We're going to see pylons go down, tech go down. It's really only the Colossus that can fight right now because of these Widowmines and because of that choked out position. So MaxPax kills 4, Kira kills 14, and he's going to take a pretty decent trade against this army as well, just because of the Sim City that he's dealing with. And hey, he's up an upgrade. Soon we'll be up 2. Well, actually, no, it's going to be still up 1. So Kira in that fight, pretty positive for him. He's up 3,000 resources on MaxPax. This is not a game where MaxPax, he's been mining somewhat better, sure, but he's not been mining to the tune of a couple thousand resources better. And we do see that reflected in the supply. We do see that reflected in the banks. We do see that reflected in the tech. Not going to say that MaxPax is going to lose this game necessarily, but Kira has been trading better over the last couple minutes. He is finding himself minor advantages here or there. And he's starting to hit the point where it's kind of hard for MaxPax to defend everywhere. Yes, 4 bases are good in this map. They're really hard to break. 5 bases is a little bit different. Disruptor shot is just going to get targeted down here. Second one falls as well. That's not really the shot that MaxPax is looking for, but that one is going to be a little bit better fighting the back lines. That was not what Cure wanted. And he has Zealot problems. DT problems. Once again, Fireworkers go down, trying to balance out the damage that he's already taken. DT, you need to run behind that. MaxPax trying to find his way up the high ground. Running up to a choke is scary, but with the army that he has, I guess he's going to be okay with it. SCV falling as well as we have a drop. Looks to go into the third base here. Stalkers have to blink down to deal with that one, but too late. They missed their opportunity. It is fully unloaded. MaxPax a bit distracted. Cure could jump on that right now, but he's not going to because he says, I got to run back. MaxPax now okay with that. He's got to fight on the left side. Zealot's trying to make something happen with that one too. But 14 workers have died from the DTs. 7 probes die on MaxPax's side. And the bank has been spent. Cure back down to 150 supply. That sequence of engagements all over the map at the same time really did favor MaxPax. Resources lost come together just a little bit. I think it was 4K a second ago. Now it's 3K. Wait, what? Cure just EMP'd his entire army. Doesn't really make a difference because this ghosted, you have even have energy for 1 EMP and that's it. But, okay. Sure. Oh, that's full. Yeah. If you're going to sit on the ramp like that, fully clumped up, and that's a big EMP, MaxPax. MaxPax cannot take a fight for the next little bit of time. He's going to have to let those shields regenerate, come back up to full strength. But he's just posturing. This is buying him space on the map to take extra bases, to complete his upgrades, to move into late game Protoss. And that when you get just blink TTs everywhere and all that fun stuff. EMPs on the army once again. But this is only part of Cure's army. On the one hand, yeah, sure, it means it's going to be harder to fight this army from MaxPax. On the other hand, it means he's got a nice little shot here. EMPs blanket this army, or blanket the Nexus, but not the army. It's a bit of a base trade here. Third base will go down, and base trades don't really favor Cure right now. He doesn't have much of a bank. He's actually down a base compared to MaxPax. MaxPax actually just going to recall, saying, look, I traded a base for a base, but I have more bases than you. Although Cure will find the bottom side bases. MaxPax does have to respond to that one as well. We're going to have to see how he's going to be able to do that because I don't think he's got a lot of stuff here. Disruptor. Oh no! MaxPax could have had that, but he missed micros. He lets it go wide, and now this is a bit of a problem. Cure Stimming and knock down a bunch of disruptors. I mean, we're going to be fine at the end of the day. But, oh, wait, no, we're not, because on the bottom side, MaxPax lost that base. He lost 27 probes as well. So now we have a 4-base Protoss versus a 4-base Terran. Terran has mules. Terran is up 5 workers. He's functionally going to be a 5-base Protoss, or a 5-base Terran soon, because he's lifting his natural over, which is not mining anyways. So Cure's economy is very much the benefactor of that last sequence. But hey, free probe. Random probes on the map. I don't know where MaxPax sent them, but I guess he pulled them away from that base that went down and said, you need to run somewhere. This is pretty good. This is a pretty technical game, though. As DTs blink out, they run away from many ghosts. We're at 11 ghosts right now. That is a very scary number for MaxPax, but it seems like he's done a pretty good job of splitting his army. Disruptor shot is going to force Cure back, but he's going to rotate over, trying to knock the base down. MaxPax taking the inside track. Meanwhile, on the right side, it's still a scary army, but there's a Colossus here and some disruptors, so MaxPax should be fine, forcing a cancel on this base, but EMPs blanket this army, actually. I'm not sure that this is going to be fine at all. Bio-stimming forward, the Zealots go down. Oh, everything is dying here. MaxPax is going to lose this Colossus as well, I think. Shield Battery Overcharge is a powerful drug, but how powerful is it truly? Looks like it's pretty damn powerful, but even still, the Colossus is getting shredded here, so the right side's broken. The left side is also broken. The middle, broken as well. You get the point here. MaxPax, he's in a cast. His body has been broken. The idea of his game has been broken, but still 17 STVs on the other side. They die to the DT harassment, and with the detection going down as well, it's a little bit spooky for Cure, and that base doesn't go down either, surprisingly enough. So maybe we say he's battered. He's bruised, but he's unbroken as of yet. Still, though, look at the supply. 50 up in the army for Cure. Although, surprisingly enough, I guess with that base, Cure is mining less. And I would have thought being functionally on 5 bases with all those orbitals would have been enough, but apparently not. MaxPax rotates over to the left side. Big EMPs on that army. Every time the army MaxPax gets close, the EMPs are just disastrous. Cure is very much on top of making sure that MaxPax can never take the fight on full strength. All right, now, but DD's blink on top of this 4th base. They're going to kill that one, and you know, the economy of MaxPax is really starting to pull ahead in a rather significant way. Zealot's running on in. Cure, is he paying attention? Kind of. Disruptor shot still lands. And now it's only a 20 army supply deficit. Do. Thank you, kiddo. All right, DT's blink in. There's detection here, and there are ghosts here as well. That's not what you want. That is expensive, MaxPax. We're talking about how supplies are starting to equalize, economy's starting to equalize, and then you throw away 12 DTs. 14 DTs, excuse me. And yeah, getting a planetary is nice. It's not that nice. MaxPax, though, he's got his entire army on the right side here, the side of the map here, and Cure does not. So MaxPax going for the sledgehammer approach. Cure looking more for a pair of scissors, pair of pliers, tongs, something like that one. But this planetary looks like will just go down. Yeah, the repair is not going to be good enough. Disruptor's zoning, not really getting all that much, but Cure running his army desperately over to try to take this fight. Has MaxPax found what he needs? EMP is on top of the army. Disruptor's on the backside. Oh, he's going to hit both sides, but the Colossus starting to fall. Last of the Disruptor shots is down and out. Cure is chasing them all down. There are always 2 shots if you fight, 2 fights if you fight a Terran. The first one where the burst happens, and the second one now Disruptors, they get targeted on down, the ones on the backside. Not really coming fast enough, but another base falls. And now these DTs are really finding the value they're looking for. Disruptor shot as well. MaxPax, he gets him in a corner, and with the Zealots here, that should be enough. But only if they fight together. Only if they fight through the might of the Kala will they find their victories. Now, the Marine, the Bio, they're in a corner, but these Disruptors, they're going to force them back. MaxPax now only down 12 supply. He's up in economy in a significant way. Widow Mines on the DTs on the backside. They find good value, but Cure is down on... Oh, wait, this base? This base? Okay, he repairs it. Cure is down functionally on 3 bases. In fact, well, he's going to take this base again, but it's running out of money. That was fine. So yeah, functionally 3 bases. But the upside of this position that Cure has put himself in is a planetary gets a kill. Upside this position that Cure has found himself in is the fact that he only has to focus on one side of the map, but MaxPax is going to try to put the lie to that truth as EMP lands, but Disruptor kills a ghost. With the surround that Cure has for himself. EMP is on the Disruptors. Bio coming in from every side, but oh no, he doesn't get him down. He's not able to target them down. Not enough Marauders in the army to shoot over top. But still, it's a big concave. Cure is up 20 army supply here, looking to chase everything down, trying to get as much tech as possible. And he's going to get these Disruptors. The Zealots may be able to run. In fact, it looks like they will. But knocking the Disruptors down, resetting that count, that's the big deal. That is the biggest deal in this game. Some more Zealots warp in. But Cure, he's still mining on 3 bases. He still only has to defend that one side of the map, as it looks like DTs have found their way in once again. But this army is the scary thing. The terrifying thing is, Cure, is he going to be able to get it? He does. Oh my. That was almost disastrous. But Cure now is going to back out. The warp-ins are too good. He runs away. A couple probes have died. I think the DT on the 3rd base, that's been dealt with. And this game is scrappy as hell. For quite a while, it felt like MaxPax had a lead. For quite a while, it has felt like Cure has a lead. And at the end of the day, the army is in favor of Cure, the economy in favor of MaxPax. MaxPax just trying to trade money for life here. The Zealots again running in. Disruptors are the lifeblood of the Protoss, but they're not going to land it now. Cure is up 30 supply. This base will not be allowed to survive. Disruptor shot on the right side. Absolutely no shot. Probe's going to get pulled. No, they're just trying to mine. They're not allowed to mine. MaxPax not allowed to stay in this game anymore because Cure takes the fight. And that, folks, is going to put him up 2-0. In the upper right, in the red, he's down 2. He needs some magic. Folks, put your hands together. It's MaxPax. The bottom left, the blue, he's up to Cure. So does Cure do the same thing 3 times in a row? Does he do it? Or do we see something that is a bit more standard? Standard. What is a standard? Is that when you use a standard spanner? You span the standard? I don't know. Let's see. Right now, Probe is going to try to harass this, but will be unsuccessful in that endeavor. And it will be a different build. Instead of 3 racks, I mean, it worked once, it didn't work once, and in fact, the 3 racks, the first part of that 3 racks didn't even work game 1. But now that we are in game 3, Cure's done it twice. He's not going to do it a 3rd time. So factory going down in the main base. Still room that he maybe proxies a starport, but looking at SCV positioning, I doubt it. So we're going to move into a build that you all may be much more familiar with, whether it is Widowmine drops, whether it's a 311, whether it is even the Ryung 6-minute stim timing, although that has really fallen out of favor in the similar vein that it really went into favor. It stormed through Katowice. It killed so many Protoss, and then, like, the next week, you saw it in an EPT Cup, and it got bopped because Protoss figured out how to play against it, how to scout it, most importantly. And then we haven't really seen it since. Some variations, sure, but not many, and it really is not... It did not enter the build order zeitgeist like the way Adept Glaives did after Zest rolled everyone outside of Rogue en route to a Katowice semifinals. Hey, Captain Happa and his mighty rowdy crew. Thank you so much for the raid. This is game 3 of the finals. Who knows? This might be the end of it. We've had some great games thus far. Game 2 was fantastic. MaxPax had leads, Cure had leads, MaxPax had leads, Cure had leads, and at the end of the day, Cure's army was a little too good. MaxPax traded a little bit too poorly. Now these Hellions, they're going to try to dive in, and they're not going to be successful. All that successful in that endeavor, although maybe they get an Adept. Adept trades his life, though, so. Not going to find its way in, not going to get that scout, because MaxPax, well, he's going to be able to kill this one anyways. Phoenix plays a good thing. Is good juju. Hellion locked in a corner. Nobody puts Hellions in a corner. I figure if I make that joke enough times, someone will eventually think it's funny. I will finally find the opportunity where someone laughs and then I can retire it for good. That's how that works. Ooh, nice Widowmine. That was a sick Widowmine positioning, actually. Kind of weird spot. So one Phoenix goes down just with Widowmine and a little bit of love tapping from that SCV, or from the Marine. And, well, the medevac doesn't take much damage anyways. Spaniard is a royal Spaniard. I think that's a bit more of a stretch. Kid chillin'. Bit more of a stretch. Okay, quick forge here. Twilight as well. MaxPax go and charge lot Phoenix. I think he tried to do this in game 1, or he did this to Clem. I forget which one. But this is a one-way that you can deal with this 3-1-1 idea. But did I see 4 barracks? No, I'm just blind. 3 barracks. Okay, yeah, 3-1-1. And I'm glad you enjoyed the casting with Toastus last week. I enjoyed the opportunity to cast with Toastus last week. Probably the highlight of my career. That or Katowice B stream, or casting the first time Cyril Mario ever played in the grand finals. Kind of cool that I can say, though, that I'm like, I think casting with Toastus was the highlight of what I've done thus far. Ah, yes. Bayo's talking about himself. What a raging narcissist is he. Phoenix. They're not going to get too much done. Is Cura getting ready for this push. And the addition of a Raven is interesting because on the one hand, you know, Ravens, you got to keep them safe because, well, you have this whole scenario where the Phoenix kill the Raven and the Raven just dies and then you lose that on that tech. But if you keep it alive, you can shred the armor on these Phoenix, not on the Phoenix, but on the charge lots. And then you're able to take the fight much easier. But the Phoenix is going to dive on top, and you got to be very careful there. One Phoenix gets low, but the Raven lower still. So it's going to have to be repaired, delaying the push just a little bit longer from Cura, but he's fine. He doesn't need to move out right now. His timing hits right around 7 minutes, so he's got about 30 seconds. And MaxPax has pulled his Phoenix back just a little bit. Finding one Zealot there, and that's going to be a 300 minerals, but not making the biggest of differences here. Now's the time. Cura looking for his pressure, looking for his push. Does he get on the other side of the map with his Raven alive? That's a big question. And you got to keep that with the army. Just got to click that one on your army, Cura. Don't have it in your control group because the Phoenix will find it if it's ahead. And then that really feels unfortunate. But okay, the bio, they're going to check the third base or the fourth base. That's not there. He's going to kill the pylon. Decent map pressure, map presence for MaxPax right now, but he needs to make sure he doesn't die to this. That really is the big deal. He's down 20 army supply, and here come the Zealots. Their +1 is done. At least you have equal upgrades. The Raven with this army looking to shred some armor if given the opportunity. Phoenix flanking in from behind, looking, I guess, to knock down reinforcements, but already Cura is in the natural, knocking down production. Storm is halfway done, but the High Templar, they go down super fast in the Widow Mines. They get so much here. 15 workers have died as well, and Cura's found his opportunity. Oh, he's just going to snipe the Nexus too. Cura, have mercy. The man has a family. And there we go. It looks like the Raven will not be useful because there was a feedback. It does not matter though because Storm is done in 10 seconds. There are no High Templars here. Bio stimming into the natural. The army of MaxPax down to 18. Cura says, yeah, you know what, MaxPax? I heard you win this tournament a lot. Why don't I take that from you? Why don't I lift that heavy burden from your hands? I know it's hard. Let me take that. MaxPax, he falls 3-0. Cura is your champion. EPT and A 122.